Do you like Sundays? Wow! Then I'll give you one more reason to celebrate your Sundays. 20 simple questions which you can ask every single week so that you map your own progress. Hello and welcome to yet another video on CSKSpeaks. I am CSK and I am an educator. Today we are going to do something very exciting and interesting because I'm going to share with you 20 simple questions which you should consider asking yourself every Sunday. All of us love our weekends. Let me give you this as one more reason to enjoy and celebrate your weekend. Why? Because I believe that every weekend is the beginning of another week, a new week, and it is at that juncture we need to, one, reflect on the week that was and plan ahead for the week that's going to come up. All of us want to be productive and all of us want to be successful. Here's simple checklist of questions which you can use to ask yourself, and in 20 minutes you will be able to review your entire week that was and plan for the next week ahead. And you know what? I'm going to go one step forward. I'm going to attach an Excel sheet which you can download from this particular video's description, and you can use that to create your own reflection of the week and answer all these 20 questions as you open it up every single Sunday. So here's the deal. Let's get started. Question number 1. What did I learn last week? Yes. Every day, every week, we need to make some learning, right? Continuous learning, lifelong learning. We all want to do that. Anything. What did I learn last week? First question. Answer that. Second question. What was my greatest accomplishment over the last week? What was my greatest accomplishment in the entire week? So your cutoff is the last 7 days. What did you accomplish in those 7 days? Question number 3. Which moment from last week was the most memorable and why? Which moment from last week was the most memorable and why? That's another reason for you right there, to be grateful because you had a memorable moment, right? So that's the third question. 4. What's the number one thing I need to accomplish this week? Talk of prioritizing. Here's a simple question. What is the number one thing I need to focus on for the next week? Put that there. Put that down. 5. What can I do right now to make the week less stressful? So important, isn't it? One thing which you can do, or a couple of things which you can do right now to make the next week look less stressful. Let me give you a tip. Plan for your next 7 days. Because by planning, uncertainty vanishes and stress reduces. Question number 6. What have I struggled with in the past that might also affect the upcoming week? Talk of learning from mistakes, learning from your own patterns. Here's the question. What have I struggled with in the past that might also affect the coming week, the upcoming week? Answer that. Remember, this is your own questions to yourself. So you don't have to worry about who's going to check, who's going to watch, who's going to read them. Be absolutely brutal when it comes to your honesty of answering these questions. Question number 7. What was the last week's biggest time sink? Yes, let me repeat that. What was my last week's biggest time sink? Yes, there are activities which we indulge in which kind of sucks away our time, productive time. What was that thing which did it last time so that you can actually avoid in the coming week? Question number 8. Am I carrying any excess baggage into the upcoming week that can be dropped? When we went to Everest, there was a famous line which we all kind of internalized. That line was, less luggage, more comfort. Yes, and that's valid even in our life. We all end up carrying baggages. So the question here, question number 8 is, am I carrying any excess baggage into the upcoming week that can be dropped? Question number 9, what have I been avoiding that needs to be get done? Yeah. What have I been avoiding, procrastinating, pushing it forward that needs to get done? And remember this, now is any day better than never. Done is any day better than to do. So what is that thing you have been avoiding? Put that down right there. Question number 10, halfway mark. We've come to the 10 questions of the 20 questions which you should ask every Sunday. 10th question, what opportunities are still on the table? Forget about those which you have lost, but there are still enough chances for you to make them count. So what opportunities are still on the table? That's question number 10. And write down those opportunities and capitalize on them starting next day, next morning. Question number 11. Is there anyone I have been meaning to talk to? Yes. In our rut of everyday life, we end up avoiding a lot of important conversations. But here's a reminder. Question number 11. Is there anyone that I have been meaning to talk to? Make that attempt and start connecting and start speaking. Question number 12. Is there anyone that deserves a big thank you? Yeah, it may not be with a bunch of flowers or a card or some kind of a note, but still a big hug and saying thank you. Is there anyone who deserves a big thank you? And go ahead and do that. That can be one of your important activities for the coming week. Question number 13. How can I help someone else this coming week? You see how the needle is shifting here from you to others. Question number 13 is about how can I help someone this week? Question number 14. What are my top 3 goals for the next 3 years? Wow. You are answering a question which can set up priority for the next 3 years. Simple but very, very, very effective. Question number 14. What are my top 3 goals for the next 3 years? Talk of long-term perspective planning. Here's your answer. What are my top 3 goals for the next 3 years? Question number 15. Have any of my recent actions moved me closer to my goals? What actions did you take last week which took you closer to these top 3 goals? Have any of my actions moved me closer to my goals? Question number 16. What's the next step for each goal? Remember, you have written down 3 goals. What's the next step for each goal? Question number 16. Question number 17. What am I looking forward to during the upcoming week? What is that which excites you? What is that which gives you that spring in your step that you are looking forward for the next week? That's your question number 17. Question number 18. What are my fears? Maybe fears from the last week or maybe fears for the next week. What are my fears? And you know what? The first step towards conquering fear is recognizing your fear. Question number 19. We're almost there, friends. We're almost there. Question number 19. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? I'm saying this 3 times because it is as simple as it can sound, but very, very important for us to be grateful. And last but not the least, question number 20. If I knew I only had 1 week to live, who would I spend my time with? If I knew I only had 1 week to live, who would I spend my time with? A very, very difficult question to answer, but you got to answer it week after week. And remember this, these 20 questions are those questions which will set you up for life. You don't need any workshop on time management. You don't need any techniques and tools. You just answer these questions every single Sunday, 20 minutes of your time, and you are set for your life. So that's my gift to all of you. In addition to the Excel sheet, which I'm going to give you, and you can download from the description, and you can just fill it up week after week, and you will see your progress. It has worked wonders for me in my life, and I can bet that it will make a difference, a sea difference in your life. So enjoy these 20 questions and enjoy your Sundays and enjoy filling that Excel sheet. Thank you.